Hello, my fierce subjects. Today we're venturing into a darker corner of history, the realm of torture devices. Before we begin, let's be clear. This video is strictly educational. We are exploring the brutal methods our ancestors used to enforce power, not endorsing them. And remember, while these devices are fascinating from a historical standpoint, modern BDSM is all about consent, communication, and care. Now let's get started. Scaphism, the Persian nightmare. First up, we have Scaphism, an ancient Persian torture technique that redefines cruelty. Picture this. The victim is bound between two boats or hollowed out tree trunks, their body exposed except for a few limbs. They're force-fed a mixture of milk and honey, which soon turns their insides into a living nightmare. Under the relentless sun, this concoction causes severe diarrhea, leaving the victim wallowing in their own filth while insects swarm all over them. It was all designed to prolong agony and humiliate the condemned, an early horrifying display of power and control. Historically, Scaphism wasn't just about physical pain. It was a spectacle meant to deter dissent and enforce order. Think of it as a warning. In the ancient Persian Empire, cruelty was an art form, and the mastery of torture was a way to keep power firmly in hand. Next, let's talk about the Brazen Bull, an invention that's as twisted as it is ingenious. Originating in ancient Sicily, it was a hollowed out bronze bull, crafted by a cunning inventor who thought, why not make a device that turns agony into a grotesque performance? The condemned was placed inside the bull, and a fire was lit beneath it. As the victim's screams echoed through the tubes built into the bull's head, they were transformed into sounds eerily similar to the bellowing of an enraged animal. This wasn't just about punishing a criminal. It was about making a public statement. The Brazen Bull became a symbol of tyrannical excess, a device meant to terrify the masses. Its legacy is a dark reminder of how the exercise of power could be both creative and unspeakably cruel. And while it might sound like something out of a horror film, trust me, this history is all too real. Fast forward to modern times, and we have the electric chair, a device that transformed capital punishment in the United States. Introduced in the late 19th century, this method promised a quick, painless death, but really proved far more gruesome. Picture a condemned man strapped into a wooden chair, electrodes attached, and a jolt of electricity coursing through his body. The initial shock often failed to kill instantly, turning the execution into a prolonged, torturous ordeal. Over the decades, the electric chair became notorious, nicknamed Old Sparky, and its grim legacy spurred fierce debates about the ethics of capital punishment. Its very existence raised unsettling questions about the fine line between justice and bombarity. Bombarity? What is that word? Bombarity. Mr. Boombastic. What? Its very existence raised unsettling questions about the fine line between justice and barbarity. Even as lethal injection largely replaced it, the electric chair remains an enduring symbol of a past where punishment was much more about spectacle as it was about retribution. These devices, Scaphism, the Brazen Bull, and the electric chair, offer a chilling window into the ways humanity has wielded pain as a tool of control. They remind us of the brutal extremes of our past, where the lines between justice and cruelty was often all too blurred. And while we now practice BDSM with care, consent, and mutual respect, understanding these historical methods help us appreciate the evolution from barbarity to the ethical, negotiated power plays we embrace today. Remember, my darlings, our modern practices are built on a foundation of respect, boundaries, informed consent, and the belief that true power comes from trust, not from unchecked cruelty. If you found this journey into history as fascinating as I do, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future explorations into the dark, twisted, and alluring alluring world of BDSM. And as always, a reminder, this content is for consenting adults and purely for educational purposes. Never let history's cruelty overshadow the care we give each other in our modern play. Stay curious, stay safe, and remember to always respect preciousness of human dignity. I'm Rachel Rampage, and I'll see you in the next video.